So what were you doing back here?
I was picking up trash around.
You found some garbage?
And then I was looking and I thought that was just like a stick, and so I looked closely and then I realized...
Look what he found.
I didn't.
An antler shed from one of the bucks that was back here in the wood yard this year. The mice have already been chewing on it, but nice little 4-point rock. And I think that's the buck that's always been hanging around back here. Good job, little boss man. Good morning, Woodhounds. It's Saturday morning, day after the live stream. Again, I want to give a shout out and thanks to Gringo Pines, the wild woodhound from down in Arizona, who sent me up a little care package, a little bottle of 4 roses. Mighty tasty stuff, but not tasty enough to make me a bourbon drinker just yet. So I'm just out here digging through this pile of stuff that we ran through the Yappa last week or the week before that. Just getting some of the bigger splits out so I can take them over and fill in a little gap in my stack. I've got the carry sum put back on the 3-point of the tractor, loaded up with a couple big rounds of oak for a little extra ballast that allows me to carry around a little more weight up here in the old carry-all that I used to have on the back. Eventually I'd like to get one of those bigger rock buckets, but I think for now this works pretty good just because it doesn't weigh that much, and I could throw a little more wood on there, but you know, you can get a good amount of wood on there just loosely tossed on. Makes it nice. I just don't have to worry about stacking it like in a bucket. But this is my new stacking area over here. I did put an IBC tote on the end just to kind of act as a bookend to kind of keep the stack from sliding down, because it is going uphill, and my plan is to continue with pallets right up this hill, probably all the way up to that tree up there. So I'm hoping this little area over here works out and allows me a little extra space to put my wood while I figure out what I'm doing over there. And I guess that's one of the things I wanted to just talk about quick this morning here, because I know there's been a lot of new people finding the channel, and you might be wondering, you know, what is really going on around this wood yard. And to be honest, some days I don't know. But that's I think not a bad thing. For those of you wondering, I do sell firewood mostly just as a side hustle, so I'm not like selling firewood is not my main profession or source of income. And you know, a lot of people will say, well, why are you making so much firewood then? Why do you have all this wood? Oh, and the reason for that is I also burn firewood myself. I heat the house and we heat our hot water with it. We have an outdoor wood boiler, and outdoor wood boilers, if you listen to the episode of the Woodhounds podcast, plug right there, when we talked about outdoor wood boilers, they're not the most efficient thing when it comes to burning wood. So I go through a lot of wood. And the main thing is I just enjoy it. I just enjoy making firewood. And that's one of the nice things for me anyway when it comes to, you know, everyone's always into the numbers game about how much you can make money. How much money can you make selling firewood? You know, how much money can you make? How much do you make a cord? How much do you make a face cord? And I don't really, it's not really overly a concern of mine. I get paid more with the enjoyment of doing it. And the other nice thing is, like, I'm not on any production schedules. Like, I don't have any quotas to meet. I don't need, like this morning, I don't need to be out here getting wood ready for a delivery, or I don't have a delivery I need to do. Because sometimes, like I said, it's not always about the money and how many cords you're selling a year. And a lot of times people will get caught up in that, and they'll look at that's the only metric they use to measure success when it comes to firewood. How many cords did you sell? How much money did you make? You know, were you successful? And to me, like, success is coming out here in the morning, seeing some deer hanging around the wood yard, and just having the day to do whatever I want. You know, I might stack this wood right here, and that might be it for the day. I don't know. Or I might stack this wood, and then I might go and split a little bit, or I might cut some up. I might buck a log here. But the point is that if you have come across this channel, and you have come across other firewood channels, and you are starting to think about getting into firewood, like, make sure you're getting in for the right reasons. Like, not everything in life is driven by the dollar. So if you hear about all the money that people are making selling firewood, and that's kind of drawing you in, just remember there's a lot more to it. A lot more goes into it. So I'm not like trying to talk anybody out of getting into firewood with this little morning chit chat. Having a Mercedes isn't a sign of success if you're driving it to a job you hate. Be sure before you get into firewood, like, I love firewood. And so, like I said, for me coming out here today and doing what I'm doing, and you know, possibly I'm not going to make any money today. Like, it's rainy, it's going to rain all afternoon. Nobody's going to come and buy any wood. Nobody needs any bundles for their fire pit out back. But that's not going to bother me. I'm not going to stress about that, because I'm out here right now for the enjoyment of doing what I want to do, and also, you know, like I said, just having fun. And yes, this may not look like fun, but for me it is. All right, so I'm gonna finish loading up this bucket here. And again, I don't want this to come across as like I'm trying to talk anybody out of doing something. If you have a passion and desire to get into selling firewood, go for it, do it. But I think sometimes there's a lot of, what's the word? Self-awareness and perspective that's overlooked. Like, you really need to know what you're getting into, and you might get into it and find that you love it, like many of us woodhounds. Or you might get into it and say, what the hell have I started? What was I thinking? And then if you're in too far and you're at that point where you have no choice but to come out here on a day like today and you know, you need to get 2 cords split or you're going to be behind, or you need to get 3 deliveries made or you're not going to pay your rent, then firewood probably isn't going to be too much fun. All right, so I think that'll do it. Again, not trying to be Debbie Downer, just bring a little perspective and self-awareness to think about when it comes to firewood. And yeah, there is a lot of fun to be had with firewood. And if you stick around here on the Back 40 Firewood channel, you'll see some of that fun. And you might even get to be part of the fun. Because fun and having fun is rule number 2. So thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Stay safe, have fun, and be cool.
I've been a real bad boy on the town all night. Starting to calm down with the morning light. I'm in the